I was afraid today I was going to have to come to you with the saying, do as I say, not as I do. But fortunately, I talked to my Virta coach and we got it corrected before it became a problem. Now, what am I talking about? My lifestyle changes that have occurred since I moved to the East Coast. If you follow me for any time, thank you very much, and I appreciate the new subscribers. I think I'm up to 115 now. If I get to 150, I'll actually buy a lavalier mic so you can hear me better, because if there's one thing I hate is a video that you can't hear when you're in the car, when you're in the shower. A lot of YouTube people, the sound is not good, and I may be one of them. That's why I'm holding this microphone in front of my face instead of having it on top of the camera. But if I could get a lavalier that like pinned to my collar and actually picked up everything, that would be better. So let's get back to the challenges I have faced. As the title says, life sometimes happens. Well, as I was saying, if you follow me for a while, you know I made this big leap / move to the East Coast to be able to spend more time with my aging parents. I don't regret that. The only challenge has been that they're losing weight and I need to lose weight, and they need to gain weight. They don't need to lose weight. So the place that they live at, of course there's dietitians and chefs and all that at their restaurants, and the food they provide is supposed to help them maintain their weight. But both mom and dad, I noticed when I arrived at Thanksgiving, hello birdie, but go away, I need them. Well, I guess y'all don't mind the background noises. Sounds like it's sitting on my head. Oh, there it is, it's on the fence. Looks like an old cat bird. It's a loud one. Anyway, I noticed when I got out of the car and met them at Thanksgiving, or maybe they got out of the car, I guess I was already waiting at the Cracker Barrel, that they both looked like they had lost weight over the years since I had seen them. And now after consulting with my sister, she thinks Dad is actually losing muscle. So yes, I want them to be able to gain weight, but when I eat with them, I eat the same things and I'm gaining weight. So it's having the desired effect with me, but not necessarily with them. I think maybe it's helping them to not lose as fast. So obviously, about 10 days ago, I guess, I texted my health coach with the Virta Health program and told her we might as well forget about me ever being back in nutritional ketosis. Now, what's the difference between nutritional ketosis and regular ketosis? Is nutritional ketosis means you have 0.5, is it nanograms? Oh, now they've collected a whole herd. There's 3 of them on the fence. Wish I could turn around and show you. But anyway, 5, I think it's nanograms per millimolar of butyl hydroxybutylane or whatever ketones real name are. It's something long like that in your blood system. There goes my neighbor's air conditioner. Yeah, theirs runs a whole lot more than ours does. But anyway, you can be technically in ketosis with 0.1, and I am at 0.1 a lot. So, but here lately my meter has been saying low. But Virta prefers you to be at 0.5 or higher, which actually means you're burning the fat off of your body. I wonder if they have a nest out here somewhere and they're upset that I am sitting under it or keeping them from getting to it. I don't know. They're not really like screaming at me. They're just chirping. But I see one has moved to right over here on the fence like it's checking me out. So, but it's quiet, so that's all right. So I was gaining weight. I've gone up, gone down, gone up, gone down. Yesterday, I did actually drop back below obesity, out of the obesity range. So I was happy with that. In fact, I had told my Virta Health coach in a text a few days ago when I weighed in at 227.7 that I had to lose 0.7 pounds to get back into the overweight range on the BMI scale. So this has been an ongoing concern But the concern of spending time with my parents is a bigger, or I should say it's a priority, not a concern. It's a priority to spend time at least once a week with my parents and probably have a meal with them. And it is a concern that that priority is causing me to gain weight, and my fasting blood glucose is inching up, which can, if I stay obese and my fasting blood glucose inches up, well, actually fasting blood glucose is not part of metabolic syndrome, I don't think. But I'm getting itchy out here. I don't think it's a bug bite, but you never know. Let me grab a quick drink. But I don't want to go back into what they call metabolic syndrome. I have gotten down to less than 3, how do you do this in the earpiece? 3 factors. There's 5. If you have more than 3, so 4 or 5, then you have metabolic syndrome. But if you get down below 3, then you technically don't have it anymore. So I'd gotten out of metabolic syndrome in the past. I'd gotten out of being obese in the past. And this transition period, I have slipped out of my standard way of eating. And here's the thing, you can't get into nutritional ketosis overnight. That takes 4 or 5 days to get all those carbs out of your system. And when I'm going to see my parents every 7 days, that's kind of difficult to bounce in and out of that. So I just decided I'm not going to. So let's bring it up to the good result. I already mentioned I have started losing weight again. And here's what my coach actually called me Monday, this past Monday. So today is Friday, so this week. And I had already mentioned that I thought I would be cutting back on the fat content that I'm eating, because basically a lot of people in the crazy internet keto think that the more fat you eat, the faster you'll get into ketosis. That may or may not be true, but the more fat you eat, the more fat you gain if you're not in ketosis, because your body has to burn the fat you consume before it burns the fat that you eat. And I think here soon I'm going to make a video on how to safely gain weight, because I have met a young man who is very determined to gain weight, but I'm afraid he's doing more harm than good by pumping a lot of carbohydrates into his system, and that is the general way most of us gain weight, and that's the way I'm gaining weight. But I had told my coach that I thought I was at a maintenance point. I've been on this program a little over a year now, about, what is this, May? So a year and 4 months. That's 16 months, I guess. And my coach is looking at maintenance now, and so I had suggested that I can now eat leaner cuts of meat. I don't have to eat ribeye every meal, or 73% ground beef. I can go up to 85, which is cheap here, and that's what I have been eating. And Dad is still getting me ribeye sometimes when they get extra meals, but I haven't bought a single ribeye since I moved to Virginia. They're expensive here. But I can also now eat a little bit more chicken for the leanness, even though chicken still has a lot of omega-6s, which are not necessarily the best for you. And I've been eating more fried chicken than I probably should be, with my belief that seed oils are the main culprit in the cholesterol, oxidation of cholesterol, which in turn is why I believe my carotid artery, the internal right carotid artery, is fully occluded. So I'm trying to make sure the others don't get that way. But I did find that Food Line had a chicken wing bar, $8.99 a pound for cooked chicken wings is pretty good. So I've been going down there a little too often and getting some chicken wings and mozzarella sticks. So I probably should limit that to 1 day a week. But on a good note, another good note, I asked, they have a little bus that runs around, well, they 2 or 3 routes on a bus, kind of like the short bus, you know, it's not real big. But I'd read on the website that it was free on Mondays. So my thought was I would ride it one Monday and just, you know, do all 3 routes and see what I could get to from here on the bus when it was free. But that takes about, I think they're 45-minute circuits. It's called the Circuit Rider. And so a bus was going by as I came out of Food Line yesterday, and he was at the bus stop, so I leaned in and asked him, I said, "Are you still offering the free rides on Monday?" He said, "Well, technically, because of the chocolate cake virus, we aren't charging at all, so you can ride free any day." So, woohoo! And it goes to Food Line. I don't know if it'll go straight from here to Food Line, but I thought on this rainy day I would go ride the bus, but then my friend Judy, who I went to a presentation with last night about John Brown's raid at Harper's Ferry, so you can expect a video on Harper's Ferry before long. She's the lady that moved here from Arizona shortly before I moved here from Texas. Of course, I grew up here, so I have seen all these places at some point in my life, but they were just 20, 30 years ago. So I told her yes, I'd go back to Harper's Ferry with her now that I've gotten my all-access National Park Pass. We can go, and it won't cost me anything. If you might get the hint that I'm kind of trying to conserve money. Well, who isn't with this inflation and high gas prices? But anyway, I'm going to ride that bus. Maybe tomorrow. It's supposed to rain also. Obviously, I didn't make it to the farm this week because of all the continuing rain. I hope to. Judy and I are. Oh, now the cardinals have appeared. They're a whole lot prettier than them old catbirds. But they're just chasing each other all around in the trees out there. Hopefully you're enjoying the bird sounds more than I am, because I'm trying to talk over them. But Judy and I plan to go to Shenandoah National Park and do 35 miles on the Skyline Drive Wednesday. And then I'm going to head to the farm. I will probably stay there till Saturday or Sunday. And then I go to my parents Mondays. I have to go in earlier this week, so because I had thought I might go to the farm tomorrow night, but with all the rain they're getting, the low water bridge would probably be underwater. So it's probably good that my dad called me yesterday before I had notified the lady at the farm that I'd be coming out this week, because they're not serving dinner at their location on Memorial Day. They're only serving through lunch, and they're doing a bigger lunch, like a brunch kind of thing. So he wants me to come in earlier Monday, which is okay, I will, but it would have been hard to drive from the farm to their place and get there in time for lunch. I would have just had to get up earlier than I normally do, but I do get up earlier at the farm. So let's bring this back around, because I'm just rambling now, I guess. I'm bringing y'all up to date on everything. But it kind of has been a challenge. I've been concerned about my weight gain, but yesterday I actually one scale victory, one non-scale victory. I had found a pair of blue jeans in my closet after I came back from the farm the last time, because you really need something sturdy like dungarees to work on. Oh, goodness, excuse me, I kicked the stand. To work on the farm. And I had brought one pair with me, or maybe I brought several pairs with me, but the other pairs were even smaller ones that I bought when I was in Branson, thinking I would continue to lose weight at the same pace and I would be in them by now. But the one bigger pair I brought, I tried on, I guess when I got home last week, and I could get it buttoned. I couldn't wear it all the way though, it was very uncomfortable. But as you know, blue jeans tend to stretch out after you wear them, so I probably could have. But it was a challenge to get it buttoned, so I went to the thrift store here where they have jeans for $3 a pair, and I bought what I thought was 2 inches larger pair, but they don't have anywhere for you to try it on, so since they're only $3, I didn't really care. I said if it's tight when I get home, I will grow into it. I will lose weight in the next week. But yesterday I got on the scale and I was in the 226s. So that took me out of the obese category one more time, 226.8. I haven't gotten on the scale today because I wanted to get this video loaded up. It may have gone up some. I ate those chicken wings and mozzarella sticks yesterday, 1.5 pounds of them. Whoa, that was like 15 bucks. I thought, whoo, might as well have gotten 2 pounds. It's only $9 a pound, but I ate many for dinner, and then I had a few when I got home, and then the upstairs lady had given me like 3 personal pizzas. Fortunately, they were thin crust, but I ended up eating the last 2 after I ate the 3 chicken wings that I had left when I got back from the presentation. I may be back up in the obese category today, but the non-scale victory I had yesterday was that I was able to fit into those jeans I had draped on my mirror as encouragement to lose weight. So, you know, of course I'm texting my coach, oh, you know, we talked Monday, and come to find out from Monday, till Thursday, I have lost 4.4 pounds, and I hadn't really made any significant differences other than I didn't have 8 meals from Dad's place to eat this week with like 12 desserts. Maybe because I ate all the desserts up last week. Yeah, I ate like 10 desserts last week. Of course, they're senior portions, so they're not huge, but cake and pie and apple turnover, that was pretty good. But anyway, I think maybe I've been doing a little bit of working out, 1 or 2 what I consider high intensity trainings, trying to get it right. Very slow bench presses on a machine. I think I've done it 3 times now, and I have walked on the treadmill during that kooky press conference about the shooting in Texas. Fortunately, I didn't have earplugs, so I didn't have to listen to the mumbling president who said, in God's name, I don't know how many times, but they better watch out. You don't want to use God's name randomly. But this is getting long, so I'm going to wrap it up. But anyway, this week, I was getting ready to tell you, I thought I would be telling you in this video that I'm not planning to be in ketosis, and I'm just throwing in the towel so I could spend time with my parents, but I'm glad to report that I probably won't be in ketosis, but I am still losing weight. I'm not going back to the old mindsets of calories in, calories out, or move more, eat less. Those don't work. So I'm figuring out what works with my current situation. And if y'all have a current situation you can't figure out, I will be more than happy to try to address that in a future video. I think what I'm going to do is a video on how to lose weight successfully and safely, and then another video on how to gain weight successfully and safely. Because I am getting a little bit younger audience now, and unlike my older audience, they're probably not all concerned with weight loss, even though they might be concerned with health. So that's a long ramble for a Friday on a cold, rainy day. I got to go get something to eat and get to the movie theater to watch the Top Gun Maverick, which supposedly is an excellent movie. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye-bye.